Hello, everyone, once again to the Pause Talk. Pause Talk is all about taking a pause in your life. It may be a pause for a minute in your thought process. It could be a pause in your career, which may span for more than a decade, probably. But pause is what we talk about in Pause Talk. We have been in past three episodes. We had guests who had explained in the pause in their career because of their family circumstances. But today we have a different perspective. The pause has been taken, but for a different reason. So it is going to emphasize more on the perspective of pause, why pause is so important. So today I welcome Shanti to this episode of Pause Talk. Welcome, Shanti.
Thank you, Monica ji.
So Shanti is English literature MPhil. She has done her MPhil in English literature, and she is now presently a curriculum designer. She has a long list of what she is. So I will ask Shanti to introduce herself now. Welcome.
Yeah. Hello, friends. I am Shanti. I live in Mumbai. I am a curriculum designer by profession. I have around 20 years of experience in this field. For the past 7 months, I am on a pause in my profession, and I am all okay to resume my professional her, her goals again.
Yes, yes. So she is living in Mumbai, and she has been working in different companies as a curriculum designer. So I will now ask Shanti as to how she started her career. If she, as we see, there is a little kind of a pause in when she's talking also. So how did she overcome that pause? So this is a very different kind of a pauses which we are talking about today in case of Shanti. In spite of that, how she has been able to become a successful curriculum designer, being associated with as good as names like Birla Open Mind Schools, how she has forged her way in her professional career in spite of her small difficulties which we had, which may seem to be very small to us, but when we really have those difficulties, they are unsurmountable for some people. But she has surmounted all of those, and she is what she is today, a complete woman who is taking care of her family, her friends, and herself. And that is why she took a pause in her professional life. So, how did you start off, Shanti? Please tell us that long
Yeah,
time back.
okay. Yeah, thank you. I was as a teacher of English in a school, and I slur a bit. So I found it slightly tough to surmount that. As in a class once, I was bullied a lot. So that affected me, and I set thinking. So uh, I also write well. So I thought that I should switch my role. So I switched into writing that way, and I found her writing as an expression of my creativity. And since I am also into academics, I felt that writing in academics is an option I can take. So that's how I happen into this field. and it's been over 20 years. And after over 20 years, I am on a pause for 7 months. And this pause, I have learned a lot.
Yes, we will talk about your pause just now.
Yeah.
I just want to understand more, Shanti, that as you were growing in your professional field, as a writer, a curriculum designer for so many people around here. So, again, how was you taking, or how were you able to take all this forward? And how was your journey as a curriculum designer? Like, how was it different from when you were a speaker to when you became a writer? How was it different there?
Yeah. Okay. I I joined as a writer first, so I felt that her writing just a copy would do. But once I entered the field, I found out that writing, rewriting, reworking, it takes at least 8 rounds, a
Hmm.
minimum of 8 rounds to just smoothen your work.
Hmm.
And initially, that was really tough for me, because as a teacher, we develop some righteousness. That's called, so I am always right. So after I entered this field, I found that no, you will have to listen to other views and improve your work. Or sometimes my colleagues, or sometimes the graphics person, some and or sometimes the client, or sometimes my boss. All these errors, all these ideas, at the end, her forms the her product.
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. So it is, and I'm sure you were ready for all the feedback, and you were able to take the feedback and
Yes,
produce
right.
good products. That is how you rose in your career, and you became a woman what you are today. I must tell the audience that she also was one of, she also participated in one of my mindfulness courses, where she was able to really build on that mindfulness, and she was able to come out with a lot of changes after the mindfulness course. Would you like to share something on that?
Yeah, yes. I participated in uh, her her program on meditation, and also counseling. That helped me a lot, because all I was into meditation for the past 5 years, but still I actually knew the process, how to meditate here. So yes, this helped me a lot, and I could actually open my heart to her
Yes,
in the sessions, in the
yes.
one-on-one her sessions, and it helped me a lot, both personally and professionally.
Wonderful. So, yeah, that is how Shanti became a dear friend of mine. And here she is today with us for a pause talk. And now I would like to tell the audience that from December 22, she took a pause. So it was not a pause because she was not doing professionally well. It was not a pause because the boss told her to quit. It was not a pause because she wanted to quit because she found another job. It was a pause for a different reason altogether. And that is the reason which is most important for all of us to take a pause, probably on a daily basis. A little pause on a daily basis will help us to prevent this long pause which Shanti has taken for her problem, which she's going to tell us today now. Yes, Shanti. So, how did you take this pause, and was it imposed or it was self imposed?
Yeah, this was her imposed by self, I should call. I felt that I was reaching a depression point because I was not happy in the job, and I felt I was not happy because something was lacking. So I imposed a pause to reflect
Hmm.
on things, and this pause has helped me reflect both in terms of a family and my profession. I am 52 now, so I felt that I need to rethink my choices of my job. I felt that I am just jumping into the next offer. So I I have to have clear cut goals now.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that is what happens, audience, to give a little perspective here, that we are doing our jobs day in and day out. We just move out of our house and we reach the office, and then we finish the job there and we come back home. And this goes on and on and on for years together. And we never think that we are growing in age, in maturity, everything. The job remains. Probably we get promotions, we get a different set of roles in the office. But as we start to mature, we have to also think of ourselves. So taking a pause, first thing means that being present with your own self. And we forget to be with our own self. We are with our family probably because family really demands our time, and we are okay to give some time, take a small vacation here and now. We also are with our colleagues probably, but we always forget to be with our own self in this running race of job and home and everything. We are not taking care of ourselves, and then comes this kind of a break point, which would not have happened if we had taken a pause, because pause is not breaking you, it is taking a break in your life for a small time. But if you're not taking a pause, then you break. Your life is not taking a break, but you also start to crumble and break. So that is what happened with Shanti when she was just doing her job day in and day out, going, coming, looking after the house, doing all her responsibilities as a mother, as a wife, as a colleague, as a person wherever she was working. But she forgot to look after herself. The first responsibility of somebody is to first take care of our own self, and that is what we forget. So that is what happened with Shanti. She forgot to take care of herself, and that is how her mental health started to get affected. She was on the brink of getting depression, and hold behold, she caught herself right at that moment and took this radical pause. It was a very radical decision for her to take this pause, because a lot of things depend on the finances at home, but still she was able to take this pause for her own self, for own mental health. So how did it all happen? So when you have taken a pause, how are you dealing with this? How did you dealt with this 7 months?
Yeah, in these 7 months, I at least meditated for 4 hours in a day, either in the morning or in the evenings. And I read up a lot in in my field, and I reflected a lot. I wrote a journal, and I also relooked at all my relationships extremely closely in terms of my family, etc. And uh, I also wrote notes of how should I improve.
Hmm.
And I felt that uh, I had to heal the self first.
Hmm.
No, healing the self for a lady. is very vital because our entire family depends on us in a
Absolutely.
way.
Hmm.
So I felt that my self love was less somewhere. So the only way to heal and to love is to sit and reflect. And the
Hmm.
best way to reflect is to meditate.
Hmm.
So, yes. So, this has helped me a lot, and I feel much better now.
Wonderful, wonderful. I can see that from your smile, Shanti. So, yeah, so very important points which have come up from a very precise, very clear things which Shanti has told us today, that it is the healing which is very, very important. We have to mend our inner self, we have to also mend our relationships. Lot of reflection needs to be taken care of, where we can really understand the out and in of our relationships, because it is on these relationships which is the foundation of our life. Our relationship with people around us, relationship with your own self, relationship with even your finances, your money, that is also a kind of relationship which you need to understand. And self love, which has come out very, very prominently, that we need to first self love. And a woman of the house, if she is not healed, how can she become the son of the family that she is supposed to be, so that she can embrace with her light and warmth, so that all the family members are taken care of, and they really have a jovial life. So this is what happened to Shanti in 7 months. And post the 7 months, when I was able to reach out to her, mutually reach out for this kind of a pause talk. How is it going now, Shanti? That are you? What is your next step towards after this pause, or are you continuing to take the pause? What is the future all about?
Yeah, now I have accepted the pause. Last weeks, a few weeks, I was scared. I had a fear of again bouncing back. Even yesterday, it attacked me a bit. There was an anxiety about the talk now, and I had to pep talk here and then explain that even if I slur, it's okay
Absolutely.
because I will have to accept myself first.
Yes.
So yes, now I'm ready to bounce back again in
Yes,
my
absolutely,
job.
absolutely. Wonderful. So, even if it is after so long, but she has now accepted herself however she is. And we know that everybody is a beautiful person inside, outside. We only put labels because of our own experiences, because of certain societal norms, but each person is unique. Each person is so, so beautiful. Each person has their own mission. Each person in this world who has come has some value to create. And we can create that only when we are able to accept ourselves as we are, complete and whole. We are all complete and whole. So, congratulations on that, Shanti, that you are able
Thank
to
you.
accept yourself as you are, and we love you for that. Everybody will love you, because now that you're loving yourself, the whole world will love you for that. You will become an icon for women who are so courageous that they are not judging themselves first. You are not being self critical. And when you accept yourself as you are paving a way for a lot of women with whatever small difficulties they have to go forward with all the courage. Bindas.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that, Shanti. And lastly, I would like you to share a small message or uh, small tip or some advice for our viewers.
Yeah. The what I learned in this 7 months is we always have to set some goals, and in the end of the day, we need to rethink if we did even a bit to accomplish the goal. It could be as small as just writing 4 lines in a journal. It's
Yes.
okay.
Hmm.
So every day we need to analyze ourselves and never give up on ourselves. That is
Yes.
the most important thing.
Yes. Never give up on yourself. Never ever think that you are not required or you are not up to the mark. We can start to improve and transform ourselves only first when we accept the way we are. Only then we can try to transform and improve and become a better version of ourselves. It is always good to become a better version, not change yourself to become somebody else. Right, Shanti?
Yes, right.
Yes. So we should never give up on ourselves. That is the message coming from Shanti on this pause talk. Thank you so much, Shanti, for your presence here. It was so wonderful talking to you. It was really inspiring to hear your story of pause. So, viewers, if you have a similar story, if you really resonate with her story, and if you have had a pause in your mindset, in your emotions, in your career, if you want to take a pause and if you really are finding it difficult, even then you are open to DM me, message me, write to me, and you can be the next guest on this pause talk. Thank you so much for all the patience for hearing this out. Namaste. Yeah.